Hey everyone, welcome to episode number 12 of Learn To Yoyo. Today we're going to learn how to do stop and go. Check it out. If you want a good yo-yo to practice on, you can get one on my website, gentrystein.com. I'll link it right above. Make sure to check out the Yo-Yo Master Pack that has everything you need to follow this series with. To get started with this trick, it's going to be just like the last trick we learned, Brain Twister. So after you throw, you push that opposite pointer finger straight into the string. Just like the Brain Twister again, bring that throw hand down and bring it right below the yo-yo. Wrap the string around, and once you're here, everything looks like Brain Twister so far, but for stop and go, what we want to do is actually pinch the loop. So put your thumb right on top of your opposite pointer finger, and then slightly pull your throw hand up, and you can see that completely stops the yo-yo from spinning. So you'll feel a little bit more friction on the inside of the gap of the yo-yo there, and you can see the yo-yo snagged up a little bit there. So that's actually our goal, is we want the yo-yo to snag up to our hand, but we want to do it in a controlled way. So we don't want to pull it up too much and get the yo-yo to snag like this. We just want to pull our throw hand up a little bit to feel a bit of extra snag, and then we pull both hands up together. And as you can see, now the yo-yo wound back up, but with the loop and the string coming from my throw hand middle finger in there. So now at this point, the string should look just like this. I'll get a close-up of that too. You can see it up a little closer. And now at this point, all we're going to do is hold the yo-yo in our hand with our thumb on one side and our other four fingers on the other side, and then keep our hand in that loop. And you can kind of keep this opposite hand on top just to keep everything in the right position. But we want the yo-yo to be straight here. So that's what the yo-yo looks like in our hand, just like this. And now from here, all we're going to do is keep our opposite hand still and pull the yo-yo, well, not the yo-yo, but pull the string down from our throw hand right where it's attached here. So all we're going to do is this, we let go of the yo-yo at the same time we pull. So check this out. And that actually re-spins the yo-yo. From this point, all you're going to do is pop your opposite throw hand finger away, and the yo-yo will pop right back down to your hand. So that might have been a little bit confusing. Let's go over it all one more time. So again, everything here is just like Brain Twister. And as you're practicing this part, you're going to notice the yo-yo runs out of spin really easily, and it might get tangled up a little bit and stop spinning just like it looks like right now. But that's why it's so important just to keep practicing the trick until you get the feel for it, where you can remember to pinch the loop, pull that throw hand up a little bit, and then tug both hands up. And before you know it, you'll be able to get the yo-yo to come up to both hands like this. And as you're practicing it, it might get kind of tangled up in different ways, and when you go to pull that throw hand down, it might not spin correctly, so it might look something like this, right? And so as you can see, when I pulled that hand, I didn't pull it down. What I did is I pulled my hands apart. And so it's important to remember, you want to do each step just like I say. So if you have to go back in the video and watch again, that's okay. But remember, it's important how we position our hand holding the yo-yo. That way, when we pull this down, it's going to go straight. The yo-yo is going to stay straight. And anytime we pull our hand in a different direction, like let's say we pull it down and to my throw hand side a little bit, check out what happens. Then it does that, right? And that's not what we want. We want it to be a perfect spin. So that way, it's spinning perfect. We can just pop our opposite pointer finger out and let the yo-yo come back to our hand. And that part will take a little bit of practice too. If you're having trouble getting the yo-yo to come back to your hand like this, that's okay. You can just do the trick from here and then just pull it back up. But again, you'll notice when you do that, because we restarted the spin of the yo-yo, it's actually going to be spinning the opposite way. So then what we end up with is the string in the wrong position. Like we learned in the episode where we learned how to throw the yo-yo, we want to make sure the yo-yo string is going over the top of the yo-yo, right? But while we're doing stop and go, the yo-yo is spinning forward, then we do the trick, we restart the spin, it's actually going to be spinning backwards. So as soon as we pull it up this way, the string's on the wrong side. So that's the reason why you actually want to get the yo-yo to come back to your hand this way. That way the string comes back over the top of the yo-yo and you're ready to throw again and keep practicing. Now the stop and go is pretty tricky, so as you're practicing, you might not know exactly how much to pull that throw hand up, and it takes a little bit of practice to get that timing down, and don't forget to pinch the loop on your finger here. So once you practice it a few times, you'll be able to get the yo-yo to come back to your hand just like this and perform the trick how it's meant to be done. But just remember, as you're practicing this part, it might not snag correctly each time. So it does take a lot of practice for this one. All these tricks from this point are going to take quite a bit of practice, but it's super rewarding once you can get it. This trick's super fun. And there's a lot of variations you can do from it as well. Here's one example of that. If we do a stop and go, we could go straight to and around the world. There's all kinds of things you can do with stop and go, so you guys can get creative with it. But anyways, guys, that's how to perform the stop and go. I hope you enjoyed learning this trick. Definitely let me know in the comments how your practice has been going. I'll see you guys in the next episode where we're going to be learning how to do the trapeze.